More than 30% of budgets will either be over time or over budget, and probably both. And why is that? Well, it can be a lot of reasons, right? The team is not aligned. You don't have the right resources at the right time. Maybe a supplier has slipped a delivery, or maybe your stakeholders just aren't on board and are undermining the project in some way. How to overcome a project slip? It is a survivable moment, but you have to know what to do. Let me give you my top tips for addressing a project slip, overcoming it, and moving past it. If you're involved in project management, you know at some point in time something's going to give, something's going to slip, something's going to get missed. In fact, in every industry in project management, it happens all the time. It's the first thing you need to do when you realize your project is going to slip, you're going to miss a deadline, you're going to go way over budget. Well, the first thing to do is get a grip on yourself. If you are calm and controlled, it helps the team process information, and it helps you process information more effectively and efficiently. And you're going to want to do that. Assessing the root cause, not just the symptoms. We're slipping. No, there's a root cause behind every slip, and sometimes there's many. Whether your project is agile or waterfall, you're going to want to take a look at where you are today. What's your project plan look like right now? And then what are the areas that are slipping? Generally, not everything's going wrong. Something specific is happening. Identify those things. So you're going to look at three things. What's the difference between your current estimated dates and your new corrected estimated dates? What's the impact of that, and what's the knock-on effect? So for instance, if you had a late technology delivery of hardware, for instance, and that's going to have a 1-month slip, then you're going to have a 1-month go-live slip potentially. Or you're going to need to increase staffing or have some kind of temporary hardware available to you. All of those have additional effects to cost, to scheduling of staff, and possibly to other upstream processes. So if you're going to go live a little bit later, you're going to need to shift some of that go live energy and communications you were planning. Now that's important because your communications team is expected to be done by a certain date. You're going to need them to stay longer. Now there's a couple of ways you can handle that. You can reduce their time now if they can be used elsewhere, and then increase it when you need them, or you're going to need to extend their time. Both of these scenarios have an impact to both resource planning and budgets. So getting a grip on this point about what your current state is and what the new plan is really important. After you've done that, you need to make sure you vet it with your team and you're in agreement. Before you go to your stakeholders, you need to do this next bit. Do a dashboard to show what the slip actually means in terms of time, in terms of use of contingency, or actually going over budget. You have the probability of your plan. In other words, how likely is this plan to succeed? If you actually haven't taken delivery of that hardware in my example, then you might have potential other slips. So you need to think about what kind of escalation you need to do to make sure that slip doesn't get extended and that delivery of product will come in on time. A lot of project managers understand there's a budget slip, but they really need to put together this kind of slide so that they can show their stakeholders they understand the impact and what's happening inside the business. And this is the third piece. If you have an app that you're going to implement, for instance, and it's going to be related to Black Friday in November, well, you need to deliver that by September 1. If you're not going to deliver it until October 1, then the rest of the actions around delivering that app are going to have to be compressed. In other words, the other parts of the business have to know that slip is coming. In fact, let's face it, if your project is slipping at a critical time, it could actually mean your project's going to be shut down. But being honest about it helps the business make the right decision. By knowing what the business needs actually are and having that conversation with them, you can figure out, do you need to compress your timeline so that you don't miss your go live date? Or do you need them to compress their timeline so once they get the app, they can deal with it in time to make that important market date? Understanding that and speaking the language of business is very important here. They'll respect you more if you understand that the slip isn't just a slip for you, it's a slip for all the downstream processes that also need to be included in this business decision. But from a project planning perspective, you're still not done yet. There's one more important task. So you've checked your current, you've adjusted your new, you've understood the financial impact and the business impact, and you've also managed your resources. What more do you need to do? A big one is check your risk register. Your risk register is there to mitigate risks, Know the unknowns, look for the uncertainties, and then manage and reduce them. Slipping your project means you're going to have more issues. You're going to have new risks. Slipping your project may solve some problems, but it may create new ones, like that resource I need when we go live a month later. Well, that person may not be available. What am I going to do? Am I going to retrain? Am I going to retask? These are the kinds of mitigation points you need to write down. So again, you don't miss another deadline. Next steps could also be how you're going to manage the project going forward. If you want to keep credibility with your stakeholders and make sure your team is on the ball, you're going to need to institute some better checks on your project, making sure, for instance, that your team is having regular checkpoints. Even if you're a waterfall, you can do daily stand-ups to make sure everything is moving to the new plan and everyone understands how that new plan impacts their work. This ongoing approach and monitoring is critical to making sure you don't lose credibility and your team understands what's important about keeping the new plan to schedule. And my last 2 points are really simple. One, there's going to be a lot of emotion with a slip date. Your stakeholders are going to have emotions, your customers, your end users, and your team will have emotions. People might have been burning themselves out to make sure they didn't slip, and yet the slip happens. So you're going to need to deal with those emotions, and here's where leadership comes in. You're the one who needs to calm the troops. You're the one that needs to be the voice of reason to the stakeholders. You're the one that needs to be decisive and clear about expectation setting, about the new way of working that will include daily stand-ups, for instance. Being calm and clear and concise in your communications will help you be the leader you need to be to get the team through this moment. And finally, don't delay. If you think you're slipping, take these actions. Ignoring the situation is not going to make it get any better. In most cases, it makes it get much, much worse. So if I can give you one piece of advice, if you think you're slipping, follow these steps today. And if you want to know more about managing scope and requirements or your project planning on your project, check out these videos. I wish you the best of luck on your project, and I hope to see you next time on Project Skills Mentor.com. Bye-bye, everybody.